Okay, we're back at dealing with this camshaft and this Dodge Nitro with the 4.0. Got a broken cam, which is extremely unfortunate because it removes from the back, meaning the cylinder head has to be removed. Now, to get to the cylinder head, I have to get to the timing cover because it's got a timing belt. To get to the timing cover, I have to take off these reservoirs. So that's where we'll start. Let's see if I can find the right Torx bit. Maybe it's not missing. It probably is. Yep, that's not it. It's loose, but it's pretty close. There we go. Oh, nice. An eruption of blue fluids. And out it comes. Let it go over here and drain. Nice. Oh well. Be alright. Now, we're getting somewhere. Now we need to get this fan off of here. These can be tricky. They can be easy. They can be difficult. There is a tool made for them. In these cases with a pulley made like this, there's nothing at all to grab a hold of. I don't think. There are some holes here. If you had a spanner tool, you could get in there. But oftentimes they're made with holes big enough that you put a socket on a nut or something. Not in this case. So my trick is to get a long punch or chisel. Hit it hard. Hit it really hard on one of these flats And that will stretch it just enough where it'll break loose. But first we'll try to break it loose with a wrench. Now we're getting somewhere. I keep all my parts in the back of the vehicles. I'm working on so much stuff that I don't want things to get mixed up. So I keep on with the car I'm working on. Now we'll take these screws here. We'll put them where they're supposed to go. One of them goes up in here. Into the shroud or whatever. Another one goes in the middle of the reservoir. And these other two, they go on the side of the reservoir. When this thing bleeds out a little bit, I'll put it in the back of the car. Let's see what's next. Looks like serpentine belt is next. That's they're all in here different. This one may be manipulated through this hole here, which might be a 3/8 drive socket or ratchet. May do the job. Let's see here. Let's see if it's a 1/2 inch. Looks like it is. Golly, that is stiff. Alright, slide it off this idler here because it's smooth, see? And the bolt's loose. Wow. Why was a bolt loose on that? That's crazy. Let's get this belt off of here. God, is it long enough? Good grief. Well, that's alright. We'll just toss it aside. We don't have to work on this side of the engine anyway. It looks like when I had to take that tensioner off, because we've got to take this cover off anyway. So that's what we'll do next. Tensioner and alternator. Yeah. So we can, yeah, we're going to have to take the tensioner off. I'm pretty sure. I bet there's bolts in behind it. So let's get busy. Let's keep working. All this stuff's fairly straightforward so far. I'm not exactly sure how this is all constructed, but I'm sure I'll have to take off the crank pulley too. And I may just take the shroud out just to give myself some more room. Just a little bit of room so I can see. There's bolts retaining it over here, which is not a big deal. And there's a couple down below, which is no big deal. The big deal is over here on the air conditioner compressor. Slightly difficult to get to. What is this laying down here? This yellow gizmo. Oh, that's the cap for the reservoir. So let's feel around in here. They're not too hard to get to. Shouldn't be too bad. So next is taking off this. That bolt surprised me. That long bolt. There's a chance these are long too. And obviously, and I'm not certain, this may not be a water pump at all. Could be, but I have a feeling it's not. I got a feeling, I don't know what a water pump is. I just can't be sure. I think it may be at the back of the engine, because both of these hoses go to the back of the engine. Woo-wee, don't buy one of these. Don't buy it. It's a freaking nightmare. Don't buy this engine. I'm also thinking that maybe this, yeah, I got to get the cover off because I got to get the timing belt. So I'm pondering this. The timing belt has to be accessed. Well, let's do the alternator next. And I should have done this way longer ago. So we'll do the battery disconnect now before, you know, something goes really bad. Oh, it's nearly loose. It's already loose. Nick had it loose. Alright, no more risk. Let's flip this up. Push down the tab. Pull that off. Squeeze these together. Take that off. We'll get a, that don't look like a 10. It looks like a 13. Oh, it's 13. Alright, get you off of here. And this washer, remanufactured alternator. I knew it was when I saw this lock washer. Alright, so we got two 15s here. Nope, not a 15. What the heck is it? Is that a 15? Yeah. Yeah. It's got metric bolt on it. It'd be a 17 because it takes 11/16. They're the same. Before I finish taking these bolts out, though, I want to show you something. See this nut right here? It goes into the housing. As you tighten it, it pulls the nut into this case, and this little part of this tubing comes toward the rest of it, and it keeps it more tight. I can make it difficult to remove the alternator, so what you do is you loosen the bolt a little bit, you take your hammer and you tap on the head of the bolt. If you can get a swing on it, geez, and then you finish taking it out. And that will push that washer away from this tube, or this boss here, and make the alternator easier to remove. See here how loose it is in there now. Alright, be right back. Now that the alternator is out, I can show you the gap that tapping on it with the hammer made for me right in here. That really makes it easier to just slide this alternator off of this mounting ear. So put your bolts with your part and take it to your storage. Now let's look at it some more. Let's just look at it a little bit more. Now this really confuses me here, this thing here. I have a feeling it comes off. Man, that is something else. Yeah, that bearing is bad. Alright. That one's wobbly and noisy, as is this one. It needs all these bearings. Alright, so next we're going to remove this plate. And I'm in hopes that this comes off with it too. I figure it will. So let's do the most difficult ones first. The ones down here on the air conditioner. Okay, here we go. This air conditioner. These bolts are 13s. It's in a precarious place. Not terribly difficult, but not terribly easy either, because it's kind of close quarters, but it is reachable. So, and unfortunately, and I do mean most unfortunately, it's retained with nuts. Maybe I can get that stud out, but I kind of doubt it. I wish they'd just put bolts on it, because now I got to get to the ones in the back of this thing, wherever they might be. Might be under it, who knows. Let's see if I can get the bottom one. Good grief. That's some crap, I'm telling you. I'm not fond of this arrangement. Not easy to find either. Oh boy. I'll be back with you in a minute. Okay, I had to have some more visuals to get to that compressor, so I'm taking this out. It should be mounted on some grommets. Most of them are. Yeah, here they go. Here we go. Come out of there. There we go. Yeah, I can get a little bit more visual on it now. Yeah, you see that there's another bolt on the back of the compressor. Alright. I hope that thing will slide past that stud. Boy, oh boy. I wonder. Here's another thought. How about if I remove the bolt at the rear and try to take the bracket off with the compressor? Now there's a novel thought. I think I will attempt that. I think I'll try to take that bolt out at the back and finish removing the mounting plate here for all these pulleys, and just see if I can get all of this with the compressor to come out. Maybe it'll work. We'll see. That's going to be my approach now. Okay, I got the bolt out of the back of the compressor. I wonder if there's another one in there. Let me feel around. There's a hole. I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Just these two. This one's a stud, a bolt on the bottom. This one's a stud. But I still think I can work it out. I'm going to try it. Because I don't know if this will clear the frame. It's got to come off of this stud, clear the frame, and then work it out. What do you think? I got 2 of the 3 out. But this bottom bolt is right up against the frame rail. Right on it. Yeah, I'm taking the bracket off. I need to quit second guessing myself. Alright, these 15 millimeters. Looks like all of them are. Even this one. There's one down in here. Oh, it looks like only about 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything in here in the bottom? No, that's it. That looks like it. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Let's go. Let's do it. Be right back. Would you look at this? I took this bolt out. Somebody put the wrong bolt in it. They even cut the bolt off so it wouldn't be too long. And then they threaded it way deep up into the head. I may be able to rescue it, but I'm not sure. I'll have to work on that when I get to it. Good grief. I hate when people do this kind of stupid stuff. It really aggravates me. I'll get the rest of these bolts. Hopefully I don't run into any more trouble. Alright. Got all the bolts out. And I'm down in here to it now. Let's push this out of here. This clip. And unfasten the wiring to the compressor. Maybe I can lift this up high enough to get it out of the way. I gotta manhandle it, so be right back. The answer is yes. You can get it out of your way. Look at that. Boy, howdy. Now here we are. Let's see here. We gotta manipulate this power steering pump now. What tension's that? Who knows? It is in a spot. Man. Can't really tell. What tension's that? Boy, oh boy. But I'm getting there. And I'm going to take me a break and do a little bit of service manual investigation on that to make things easier. I'm hoping I don't have to remove this, that it's bolted to the block. But it appears to be attached to the cover. So I may have to do more. There's a possibility I don't have to take the timing cover off. Yeah, I'll have to take it off because you can't get to these bolts back in here without taking the pulley off. So I'm gonna have to learn how to take off the power steering pump. Well, it's come to my attention that the power steering belt is stretch fit. There is no adjustment. So I'll wedge my tool in there and I'm gonna turn the crankshaft and kind of flip it off of there if I can. That should work. Yep, that's gonna work. Almost there. Do it again. There it is. Well, not quite there it is, but now it's off of there. How about that? Stretch to fit. Silliness. Alright, now we'll have to remove the crank pulley to get to this. Now I'm going to have to remove the crank pulley. And I'm not sure how I'm going to hold this. Not yet, anyway. I have to find some way to do this. I'll tell you what I have done before. I can probably do it now. Let me get my 18mm. Hold on. Okay, here's what I do. I put my socket and breaker bar on there. Turn it till it's against the frame. Connect the battery cable. Take the key. That should have done it. I didn't hear the ratchet fall off. That starter hit it. It choked on it. Yeah, it's loose. Good deal. But it's not easy, so we'll have to get the ratchet.
Good grief. As usual, these bolts are about a mile and a half long. You think it goes all the way through the stinky crankshaft. Clean them out the rear end. Well, that might be in the factory. Excuse me. How was it in there? Man. That is one long bolt. I need an electric ratchet. Use this bolt.
There it goes. It's not long at all. It had this gooey glue on there that had it stuck. I thought it was still in there. The whole time it was already loose. Good grief. Take that off, I mean. If you're going to work on these Dodges and Jeeps, you need this puller. Don't even go rent one. Just go and buy it. Be done with it. He gets a tool in there. It's not exactly right for this, but it is doing the job quite efficiently once you get it set up. Hope it doesn't damage the jaws on my tool. Okay, take that out of there. Alright. Okay, the problem with this particular tool is it's just a slightly too large to slide into the slot. So you have to sneak them in there at an angle. And then put your triangular shaped device in there, and then put the pins on your hooks. A little bit of a pain, but it pulled it out quite well. No big deal. Look at that, that's chipped because somebody tried to pull it off without the right puller. Not a big deal. Now we can get the timing cover off. Wow, what a lot of work. Okay, now that the pulley is off, the crankshaft pulley, we can remove this cover from the front of the engine and access the timing belts. Let's get a look. What size is that? 10 millimeters and something else here. Torx, I imagine. And there's two belts. That'd be interesting to see. Oh, they're tight on that aluminum. Don't take much to lose one, but kind of cinched up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and get these bolts out, and when I'm done, I'll pull the cover off with you. I'm going to show you this. The top two bolts, although the head is a 10 millimeter, the bolt thread itself is a larger bolt than the rest of these that retain the cover. Just something to think about when you're putting it back together. Okay, the cover is off. And no, it's one belt. There's the tensioner. That's interesting. It doesn't look too bad though. It doesn't look difficult. Not really at all. And it's been apart before. If it hadn't have been, it wouldn't have these marks. Can't wait to see that stripped out hole. Can't wait. Let's put these back there with it. Okay, I lost some video. I apologize. Got the timing cover off. I got the timing belt off. I got the pulleys off. I removed the plate that goes on the back, and I lost video. I apologize. Thanks for watching. I'll work very diligently at not losing video in the future. We'll see you next time.